This video will show how to create a virtual table that connects to Excel using the Virtual Connector provider. Virtual tables allow Dataverse to connect to other data sources and present that data as if it were stored in Dataverse. A virtual table in Dataverse can connect to a table in Excel. The virtual table can be used in a Power App or anywhere else in the Power Platform. It can also participate in relationships and be accessed by existing Dataverse APIs. Virtual Connector Provider simplifies the virtual table creation process. When using the virtual connector, many manual steps that are needed for other sources are handled by Dataverse for you. For Excel, there are a few items to be aware of. To create a virtual table to an Excel file, the file must be stored in a OneDrive location, and the table you want to connect to must have a GUID column to use as a primary key. You can either create an ID field to create GUIDs using a formula. There are many good examples of this online. Or you can use PowerApps to build an app from Excel, and this will result in a GUID column being created. So to create the virtual table, first we need a connector. In the left-hand navigation bar, select Data and Connections. If your org already has connections, they would appear here and you could use them to create virtual tables. We're creating a new one, so click New Connection or Create Connection. Select the data source you want to connect to. There are many connections listed here. In this case, I'm selecting Excel. After selecting Excel, you will be asked to sign in with your credentials. This will be the credentials for the OneDrive where your Excel file is stored. After the connection is created, a connection reference is needed so Dataverse can communicate through the connection. Go to Solutions in the left-hand navigation bar and select Solutions. You can either use an existing solution on your system or create a custom solution. I'll create a custom solution here. Inside of your solution, click New, More, and select Connection Reference. Name your reference, select the connector you're using, in this case Excel, and then you will see your connection in the drop-down list. Select it and click Create. Now we will need to configure the virtual table in the advanced settings of your organization. Click on the gear icon in the upper right of the screen and select Advanced Settings. In the top navigation bar, click the Settings drop-down and pick Administration, and then select Virtual Entity Data Sources. Click the New button on the screen and select Virtual Data Provider from the drop-down list and click OK. Name your virtual table source and select the connection reference you just created. For Excel virtual tables, you'll need to paste the file name with the extension. Click Save and return to the Maker portal. Asynchronous jobs are used to complete the connections to the data source. This may take a few minutes. When the creation is complete, your tables list will now have a table that starts with Entity Catalog. An Entity Catalog is created for each virtual table connection and provides you a list of all eligible tables for use in virtual tables. Click the Entity Catalog table. Click the Data tab, and you can select which of the provided tables you want to create a virtual table for. Click Edit in the top navigation bar. Now in this page, click on Create or Refresh Entity and select Yes. Select the primary key and the primary field for the entity. The primary key must be a GUID field, and the primary field must be a string. Click Save. Return to the Tables menu. An asynchronous job is run to connect to the table and retrieve all the column data and metadata needed for the virtual table. This can take a few minutes. Once completed, you will see a new table that includes the name Custom Entity followed by the name of your virtual table. If you open the virtual table and click Data, you can preview the data that's in your source. There are some limitations. Because the data in the virtual table is not stored in Dataverse, you will not be able to perform roll-up calculations or enable auditing on the virtual table. For more information about using virtual tables and the Virtual Data Connector, please review the online documentation. For more videos about Dataverse, check out our online playlist.